So my student curriculum project is jazz education. This is different from my previous related assignments, which involved conducting. I was informed that was not the best concept for a class. So I moved on to jazz. First, my philosophy behind choosing jazz education. It involves the idea of pragmatism, the idea that everything taught in school should be in some way applicable to everyday life. So, in addition to the life skills being taught in a jazz class, such as hard work, dedication, and the skill of listening, it also informs students of the culture and history and a whole new experience with a whole new field of music. Specifically for music education, Carl Orff and the Suzuki methods play a very, very significant role in how I would teach jazz and improvisation. So hands-on and practical uses of a jazz education program. So the first semester of jazz education would be called Introduction, and as with any class in the middle school area, you begin with classroom procedures. That would just save time throughout the whole year of classroom management behavior and getting into a routine of things. So once that's established, the very beginning, the jazz style, how to swing your eighth notes. This is assuming that the kids have some musical experience before with me, so they can hold the instruments, make some sounds, play at least the 5 notes of a B-flat major scale. In addition to jazz style, those first 2 weeks we would do some compare and contrast of the music we usually play, like concert band music and classical music, and how that's different from jazz music. The next 2 weeks, 3 and 4, the jazz style will be continued. Just why is it different? How is it different? How to play it. And a call and response exercise that would involve only the B flat, concert B flat. So the idea is to imitate me rhythmically. Can I match my style and my rhythm on just one pitch? That way it's not too overwhelming for later when we add the fingerings and new notes. The next 2 weeks, weeks 5 and 6, will be lots of listening exercises and introduction into jazz standards, why they are standards and what that means as far as standards. And here's a good place to also say, for every week, it does build upon the previous week. So those things don't go away as we go forward in the weeks. It's just the new additional elements would be the focus of this presentation. Weeks 7 and 8 will be improvisation exercise, which would be like my call and response idea, except that instead of me giving out the rhythms and having them play it back, they'll choose the rhythms. That gives them the creative freedom to will begin improvising. Weeks 9 and 10 be more of the same improvisation exercise, in addition to the listening, the compare and contrast, the style, the eighth notes, and the addition of articulations will be more of a focus here. So just improving upon what's already been discussed. Weeks 11 and 10, we will begin to add melody improvisation. This will be just 2 notes to make it, a sequential event with concert B flat and concert C. So just 2 notes. So mostly rhythm with the additional element of adding some pitches. Weeks 9 and 10, we'll go into more of a history element, origins of jazz, history of culture, and again, just why it sounds like it does and where it came from. Weeks 11 and 12, I will have an assigned jazz history assignment, which will include the origins of jazz, history of culture, and things that were discussed in the previous 2 weeks. They might pick a favorite jazz composer or performer and do a report on him or her, and that would be an interesting experience, I think. Maybe I'll do, like, if you play saxophone, pick a saxophone player, that kind of thing. The next 2 weeks, continue working on the jazz history assignment. That'll be a pretty good project because it's not taking the place of the playing the instruments. It's in addition to. So the same ideas as far as the call and response, improvisation of rhythm and melody, style, all these things continue throughout every week. And then it all comes together in a final performance at the end of the semester, where we can play some standards and incorporate some improvisation in there a little bit. Continuing on to the next semester of jazz education with a focus more on improvisation. More goes into it now. We get more in depth. Weeks 1 and 2, again, classroom procedures. That goes in every single one of my week ones. And then we immediately start with the call and response exercise. Back to rhythm only. And then weeks 3 and 4, we get straight into the jazz standards with the introduction into soloing. And that's bothering. Okay. Weeks 5 and 6. This is the real fun for improvising. So I would have either myself on piano or a recording, and over a B flat major chord, students would pick B flat, D, and F, and use those 3 notes in various rhythms while still keeping the jazz style. And that continues on through weeks 7 and 8, in which more notes are added. So that over the span of 4 weeks, we will go from 2 notes to 5 notes. All in the key of B flat major. Moving on to week 9, we will begin with the blues scale and use that whole scale over the blues progression. Weeks 11 and 12, same idea with the blues progression. Very similar to what we did with the B flat major chord with the arpeggiating those 3 notes. So weeks 11 and 12 will be teaching my students how to follow along the chord progression. Don't lose track, and make sure you know which pitches are the important ones to use. That's the arpeggiation of each chord in the blues progression. 13th and 14th week, this might be a little too much, but I'll put it in there just in case, adding the 7th to the arpeggios. And the final 2 weeks, fully involved jazz concert with improvised solo over chord changes. So this may be a bit lofty, but it's nice to, I think, have the high goal and then work towards it. If you don't make it all the way to this skill level, well, that's okay. They got somewhere. And that's really important. More important than the how many kinds of solos and how many kinds of jazz scales we can play by the end of the semester. I think this is more important. In conclusion, This jazz education class is a hands-on performing ensemble class that will incorporate the history and culture of what may be an unfamiliar concept to many students. So it takes what they know, which is concert band music, and applies that to this new style of jazz. And that is my student curriculum project. Thank you.